Onana will not kill me. And the match ended Manchester United 3, IPSWICH 2. Who are we? Manchester United. If you noticed, I did not do a pre-match review for this particular match because I was a little bit under the weather, and there was not enough strength, so I wasn't able to do the video. But you can see now I'm strong and healthy to go again. And guess what? Manchester United does not cease to fail. They came with one of those performances that almost gave me a heart attack. I'm going to start analyzing the game from the back to the front. So we're going to have to start from Onana. Onana wanted to kill me in this match. I cannot even lie you. I've been one of those people that I wanted to give Onana the chance. We promoted Onana because when we signed him from Inter Milan, he was quite good. And I largely feel the things that I expected or I saw in those clips when we went for him, I haven't seen them. He had one season, and I think he also started this season quite alright. Even though people were shaming him for some few mistakes, I thought give him time and he will blossom. But Onana, I think, made 2 errors today, and those were the 2 goals that were scored by IPSWICH today. A lot of people are going to say Patrick Dogu was to blame for the first goal, but I have my reasons, and I'm going to explain it to you. When they were going for the ball, Onana, from his view, he thought Patrick Dogu could not handle the ball. But the fact is, Patrick Dogu was in front of the ball and the opponent was still behind Patrick Dogu. So Onana did not need to make that move. And that's one of the things I've noticed about him. His anticipation skill is not the best. If you see a keeper like David Raya of Arsenal or Aston Villa's goalkeeper Emiliano, you will see anticipation at his peak. But Onana, I don't think is one of his greatest characteristics. And we saw it today again in that first goal. He made a mistake by coming out, and I think Dogu was paying attention to the ball because he had an opponent to bother about and also the ball. He could not also be looking at the goalkeeper now. He thought Onana would stay, so he laid the ball, and when he looked down, Onana was already in front of him. I know people are going to blame Dogu, but for me, Onana is the experienced goalkeeper. He's supposed to know that the ball was under control by Patrick Dogu, but obviously it led to the first goal we conceded today. And I'm going to also talk about the second goal. The second goal, yes, people would argue that the lead should have done better, but there were not a lot of distractions in front of Onana. And again, we considered a very easy goal. For me, I think I'm starting to lose patience with Onana. I supported the guy, but it doesn't give me that thing I think other goalkeepers give their team, that confidence in anticipation. He's not calm, I would say. And I thought he would get over that in the first season, but over and over, and also when we move on to the passing, which was the actual reason he was bought, he's not delivering on that aspect like we have anticipated. I saw these crisp passes in the midfield to the center midfielder when he was in Inter Milan. I haven't gotten to see it till now. So I'm beginning to worry about Onana. And now we're going to move to the defense. Maguire did get the goal for us on the day, which kudos to him. But the general performance from Maguire, today our defense from Maguire, Delete, and Euro. And I think out of all of them, Euro was the one that had a very good performance today. Maguire, though he was the one that scored the winner, I thought he had one of those games that would make me say the old Maguire is back. I think our defenders are the reason why it is hard for us to build up fast. They're always taking time to trap the ball and move the ball, which you don't see in other teams. After the game, I watched the remaining minutes of the Newcastle and Liverpool match, and you would see, even though Liverpool were the better side, Newcastle were not afraid to always play fast when they want to build up. But you don't see that in Manchester United. I think Delete and Maguire take too much time on the ball. So Delete and Maguire and Onana, they are beginning to raise question marks in my head that they're making me think We can't keep on going with these guys. We might just have to change these guys in the team. Now I'm going to move to the midfield. I think Ugarte had a decent game, not one of his best performance, but the game was decent. For me, our man of the match was definitely Captain Bruno Fernandes. You go on social media and you see people criticizing Bruno Fernandes. I always wonder, he is the best player in the team. What do you expect? He's not going to get frustrated. You blame him for getting frustrated. The Manchester United, the house is on fire. And he's the only guy that is trying to pour water. He's the only guy that is trying to help us quench that fire. So I don't get it when fans say they are criticizing Bruno Fernandes. Yes, he's not perfect, but you see him out there in the pitch, he would give his 100. There was a point in the match where he even knelt down, or I think he squat down to catch his breath. That is how hardworking a player like Bruno Fernandes. Because when we went a man down, Patrick Dogu got a 43-minute red card. So we went a man down. Bruno Fernandes did not stop running. He was the engine, and he made it possible for us to get this win. Today, the first 2 goals were from Bruno Fernandes. Ugarte had a decent one. I think Dogu, before the red card, he had a quite good game. I think we need more players like Dogu, physically strong and players that want to do the job. I think he was decent and he was good before the red card. I'm not going to talk about Dalot because I don't think Dalot should be playing for Manchester United. It doesn't give us anything positive. He can trap the ball, he can move the ball, but his decision making is terrible. He's not a threat on goal. He's not the best defender. I think Dalot is a squad player and he should not be in Manchester United. I'm going to go to the attackers now. Now, Garnacho was sacrificed when Dogu did get the red card. Before then, I think something was beginning to develop between him and Dogu. I saw some different movements that was quite interesting to see. So we'll be looking forward to that in subsequent matches to come. But that was quite a good one to see. Garnacho has to improve on his game. He really does. Because this was not his best performance. Another guy I thought had a good game was Zirkzee. He really did a good one. He was bringing those balls that Højlund was struggling to bring down. He did it today, and I think he has gotten faster. Though he still needs to work on his game, but I think he has gotten faster with how he's playing now. Premiership, he's starting to get used to it, and I think he's going to get better. He still needs to work on a lot. Because he needs to learn being decisive in games. He needs to become even more faster. He needs to use his body more. But this was a good game for him, and he really, really helped us when we went a man down. Now, Højlund, for me, he has to take a step back and he needs to look at himself and understand what is going on. Because even though last season was hard, this one is even harder. And he's struggling with his touch, with his decision making. He's really struggling. I don't know what to tell him because he's really, really struggling. Manchester United, we need a striker. I very much want Højlund to work. I really like him and I want him to work, but it doesn't look like he's working. The person I enjoyed in the other team, Delap, he didn't really have a lot of highlight, but there was something about when he held the ball and the decisiveness in how he plays. Højlund needs to get better. If not, he will need to be replaced. Now, that was the match we were expecting, but we could see that Manchester United, the players, they fought for this win, and that was really encouraging to see. Some part of the match was not nice to watch, but you could understand that there was a bit of resilience. And you see something good, I'm one of those types that would say praise it. So I really like the teamwork and especially the fact that we got the win today. When we went a man down and they equalized, I was like, okay, they're going to destroy us now. But I did like that we came out and we were able to deliver. And yes, I understand IPSWICH are 19th in the table and they are probably a championship side because the quality in the team is really poor. Yes. but you can only beat the opponent in front of you, and I'm happy we did beat them. So I think this takes us to 33 points in the table, and also it takes us 7 points away from avoiding relegation, so that is some positives to take home. It was not our best performance, but it was a performance worthy of a win, because IPSWICH are not a very good team. My man of the match was Bruno Fernandes, because I thought he really did good. Another mention was Euro. I thought he did good. Onana, Delete, Maguire, I think they keep on performing like this, they are going to have to leave this team, because we are going to need more quality. We need people that can move the ball faster, and these guys, they are not giving it to us. Well, you let me know in the comment section who was your best player of the match. Thank you for watching this video. As always, do not forget to like. Thank you always for your support. Do not forget to share always. I love you guys. See you on the next one. Bye.